Good morning, students. Today our topic electromagnetic waves. In that, source of electromagnetic waves. So here, which are producing the electromagnetic waves? Which are producing the electromagnetic waves? So if suppose it is the question, which are in the following of these three, which are producing the electromagnetic waves? So here what is the answer for the question is oscillating charges are producing the electromagnetic wave. Why? Because means if it is a stationary charge it produces only electric field. It produces only electric field. It is a stationary charge, it is a positive charge or negative charge. When it is a charge is at a rest position, it can produce only electric field. In case of uniform motion charge, if suppose uniform motion charge means at that time there is no acceleration. Uniform motion means there is no change of velocity. It means it is moving with a constant velocity. That means at that time it will not accelerate. Automatically it will not radiate any energy. At that time when the charge is moving with a constant velocity means constant speed or constant velocity means at that time that flow of the charge is nothing but here current. At that time this current of this conductor induces only a magnetic field only a magnetic field. Here stationary charge induces only electric field. Uniform motion charges induces only magnetic field. But oscillating charge or accelerating charges. Oscillating charge or accelerating charges. So already in previous in LC oscillations, here in LC oscillations in capacitor and inductor, so here you take it is fully charged. At that time by discharging automatically the current will be flowing through the circuit. At that time there is the current flow through this coil induces the magnetic field, and the magnetic field after discharging the current through this coil will be zero. Automatically the magnetic flux, there is a change of magnetic flux through this coil. Automatically it will becomes charged in back EMF method. So here the electrical energy is converted into the magnetic energy and the magnetic energy is converted into the electrical energy. This is nothing but here oscillation. So in case of oscillation, it will be converting from one form to another form. So at the time only we are observing electromagnetic waves. So if suppose the charge is doing oscillations, so like to and fro motion or it is doing oscillations, at that time it will induces the electric field. That oscillation charges induces the electric field. Again that oscillation charges will be decreases, automatically it induces the magnetic field, and that oscillation magnetic field induces the electric field. Like that it is going on. It is nothing but the electromagnetic waves. So here which charges induces the electromagnetic wave means oscillating charges. In case of stationary charges only electric field. Uniform motional charges magnetic field. Oscillating charges or accelerating charges induces electromagnetic wave. So here accelerated charges radiate electromagnetic waves. Consider an oscillating charge. This produces an oscillating electric field in space, which produces an oscillating magnetic field, which in turn is a source of oscillating electric field, and so on. That means electric field to magnetic field, oscillating electric field to oscillating magnetic field, and next it will be turns into the form of again electric field, like oscillating electric field to oscillating magnetic field, oscillating magnetic field to oscillating electric field, oscillating electric field to oscillating magnetic field. So this is going on. At the time, the frequency of the electromagnetic wave equal to the frequency of this oscillation of the charge. So these are the sources. Which one is the source? Oscillating charge or accelerating charges radiate electromagnetic waves. Accelerated charges radiate electromagnetic waves. These are the sources. For that example, oscillating charges. So it is the source of electromagnetic wave. So for this source of electromagnetic wave purpose, first of all, Maxwell predicted some theory. So he can give some equations. Maxwell 4 equations are given in the year of 1865. So based on these, so Hertz can do some experiments. So from his lab, so he can observe the electromagnetic wave within the wavelength of the order 6 meters in his lab. Hertz in 1887 succeed in producing and observing electromagnetic waves of wavelength of the order of 6 meters in lab. So before in 1865 Maxwell predicted the presence of electromagnetic wave, but he will not give any experimental, but for this purpose Hertz can do experiments. So this will be very helpful for electromagnet for Maxwell predictions. And then after in the year of 1895, so it is the wave in the order of wavelength 6 meters. But J.C. Bose in the year of 1895 succeed in producing and observing of electromagnetic wave of a much shorter wavelength. So what is the wavelength here? He can 25 millimeters to 5 millimeters range. So then after upcoming years, G. Marconi succeed in transmitting of electromagnetic waves over a distance of many kilometers. Now we are using this system, electromagnetic waves. We can send the information from one place to another, so in the form of electromagnetic waves. So the light energy, what is the energy coming from? That is also a electromagnetic wave. So in the part of electromagnetic wave it is. So this is the historical facts and the about electromagnetic waves. And next one is, what is the nature of the electromagnetic wave? So in an electromagnetic wave, the electric field vector and the magnetic field vector and propagating vector K are mutually perpendicular such that E bar, B bar and K bar form a right hand system. Hence electromagnetic waves transverse in nature, if it is the electric field, is oscillating like as a sinusoidal wave. It is a sinusoidal wave oscillating along x-axis. And similarly it is the magnetic field. It is oscillating along z-axis. It is also oscillating along x-axis. Oscillating along x-axis. But their propagation is along x-axis. The propagation is along x-axis. So at any instant, the electric and magnetic field varying sinusoidally with x and with respect to time t can be represented. These are the notations you have to use for electric field vectors and magnetic field. So E equal to E naught sin kx minus omega t, B is equal to B naught sin kx minus omega t. These are the expressions. And if suppose electromagnetic waves traveling with a speed of light, in vacuum their speed is equal to, here what is the expression for C is equal to, here C equal to 1 by under root of mu naught epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is equal to 4 pi into 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Already you know the expression of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 by 4 pi epsilon in Coulomb's law. You have to use this formula. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9. And mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7. So what is the expression? 1 divided by under root of mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 into 1 by 4 pi into 10 to the power of 9 into 9. So 4 pi get cancelled. So then if suppose 10 power minus 7 is taken again down, so 9 into 10 to the power of 9 plus 7, it is 16. So it will become a reciprocal 9 into 10 to the power of 16. So 9 root of 9 is nothing but 3, and 10 power 16 means 10 power 8. It is the velocity c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So what are the nature of the electromagnetic wave? These are propagating in transverse in nature. It is very important here. Hence electromagnetic waves are transverse in nature, and the expression for those equal to E naught sine kx minus omega t, and it is the expression for magnetic field B equal B naught sine kx minus omega t. If suppose that is traveling with what is the expression for C is equal to here, C equal to 1 by under root of mu naught epsilon naught. All of you remember these expressions already. In previous you solved all these. And the ratio of omega by k equal to C. So k is equal to 2 pi by lambda wave number. Wave vector k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. If suppose, what is the formula? Nu is equal to C by lambda. If this equation is multiplied for both sides by 2 pi, 2 pi nu is nothing but omega, and C into 2 pi by lambda is nothing but k. Omega equal to ck. So that means C is equal to omega by k. So omega by k is nothing but here C. So electrostatic energy density, already you know this expression, half epsilon naught E square, and magnetic energy density UB is equal to half B square by mu naught. So when the wave is propagating, suppose it is the electromagnetic wave, so in case of along this direction, along y-axis, you have to take the electric field like this. So in z-axis it is propagating, it is the direction of the electric field. This dotted line gives the magnetic field's propagation like this. So like this propagation. So at that time this energy density is equal to the energy density of the magnetic field. The energy density of the magnetic field. So what is the energy density of the electric field is equal to half epsilon naught E square is equal to half B square by mu naught. These energy densities are equal. So for both sides half of get cancelled. So E square by B square is equal to, so 1 by epsilon naught mu naught, and again E by B equal to 1 by under root of mu naught epsilon naught. What is the expression for 1 by mu naught epsilon naught is nothing but C. So E by B is equal to C, and similarly E naught by B naught is equal to C, and again similarly E RMS by B RMS is equal to C. So these are the expressions you have to remember. It is the energy density of the electric field, it is the energy density of the magnetic field. So these both are same, equal. So we will convert this expression to again this expression. How it is possible? So all of you observe. So half epsilon naught E square is equal to half B square by mu naught. Here B square by mu naught is equal to, so from this equation B square by mu naught is equal to E square epsilon naught, half E square epsilon naught. So half epsilon naught E square. So both are same. So at that time what is the total energy density is equal to, here you have to add it, half epsilon naught E square plus half B square by mu naught. So you have to add these two. So it is also nothing but half epsilon naught E square. So half epsilon naught E square, half epsilon naught E square is nothing but epsilon naught E square, or half B square by mu naught plus half B square by mu naught. That is nothing but B square by mu naught. It is the total energy density, epsilon naught E square or B square by mu naught. Or like that also you have to ask the question. So what is the total energy density of epsilon naught E square plus half B square by mu naught, or epsilon naught E square or B square by mu naught? All are same. So electrostatic energy density is equal to, it is the expression, magnetic energy density is equal to half B square by mu naught. So total energy of electromagnetic wave traveled in space is shared equally between electric and magnetic field. So that means U total is equal to, it is the expression of epsilon naught E square plus half B square by mu naught. It is a total. But the both are equal at that time. So you are equating these two equations. Half get cancelled. E square by B square is equal to, so take this side, 1 divided by mu naught epsilon naught E by B is equal to under root of 1 by mu naught epsilon naught. It is nothing but C. So it is E by B is equal to C. E naught by B naught is equal to C. E RMS by B RMS is equal to C. And again you have to prove that U total is equal to E naught epsilon naught E square. So U total is equal to half epsilon naught E square plus half B square by mu naught. But B square by mu naught is nothing but epsilon naught E square. Epsilon naught E square, half epsilon naught E square, half epsilon naught E square. That is nothing but epsilon naught E square or B square by mu naught. So when radiation is incident on a surface, total energy falling on a surface is equal to, it is the formula U is equal to power into area into time. And next, total momentum delivered for complete absorption. If suppose light energy is falling on your palm, at that time మీ hand మీద light energy పడింది. So at that time, after some time our hand will becomes heated. That means it will absorb energy. So at that time, how much energy is absorbed? P is equal to U by C. It is the expression total momentum delivered for complete absorption, P equal to U by C. And the average force exerted on the surface, F is equal to P by T. So you have to remember these formulas. So first of all, from these two topics, what you concluded, accelerated charges radiate electromagnetic waves. So only this line enough. So accelerated charges radiate electromagnetic waves. And here, nature of electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic waves are transverse in nature. So we are giving some expressions for electric field and magnetic field, and we are introducing some values. What is the velocity of the light? C is equal to, in terms of permeability and permittivity, in terms of permeability and permittivity, and how in case of wave number and angular frequency, how they are related, in terms of energy densities, how they related. All these expressions we derived. So you can use these expressions and they will be helpful for problem solutions. Okay. So here, example, a plane electromagnetic wave of frequency 25 megahertz traveling in free space along x direction at a particular point in a space and time is equal to 6.3 J V by M. So that means here what is given, Here the electric field is along J. It is a J component is electric field. And the wave is propagating along x-axis. And then what is the propagation of the magnetic field? If it is x, if it is y, then what is the propagation? Along z-axis. So it is I, J, K. It is the expression you have to use the term K term. So you have to determine the magnetic field B. So magnetic field, already you know the expression E by B is equal to C. E by B is equal to C. So then B is equal to E by C. So E is directly given. What is the expression for E is equal to 6.3 upon velocity of the light is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So by doing calculation we are getting the 2.1 into 10 to the power of minus 8 Tesla. So along which component it is? K component. Along it is K component. And next example, the magnetic field in a plane electromagnetic wave is given by By is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 sine 0.5 into 10 to the power of 3x sine kx. It is nothing but k plus 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11 t. It is omega t. So By is equal to some expression. It is a B naught sine kx plus omega t. What is the wavelength and frequency of the wave? What is the wavelength and frequency of the wave? So wavelength is nothing but here lambda and frequency nu. You have to derive the frequency. So it is the expression is given By is equal to. So comparing these two equations, what you concluded? K is equal to 2 pi by lambda. Lambda is equal to 2 pi by k. 2 pi by k is equal to sine kx. K means 0.5 into 10 to the power of 3. So at that time lambda is equal to 1.26 centimeters. And omega is equal to 2 pi nu. So here required frequency. What is the wavelength and frequency? So frequency is equal to omega by 2 pi, that is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11. Omega is given omega t upon 2 pi. So 23.9 gigahertz. And in that second part, write an expression for the electric field. It is the expression for the magnetic field. What is the expression for the electric field means? So B is equal to B naught sine, same expression, but you have to determine the, here E is equal to E naught. E naught you have to determine. What is the expression for E naught? How to get it? E naught is equal to, already you derived. So you know the B naught. Then what is E naught is equal to? So E naught by B naught is equal to C. Already you have the expression for B naught. So E naught is equal to B naught into C. Simply you have to do. So E naught is equal to B naught into C. B naught is equal to, what is the expression in the question? 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 into velocity of the light, 6 into 10 to the power of 1 volt per meter. So 6 into 10 to the power of 1 means 60. So as it is same expression, but this term will be changed by 60. So what is the electric field expression? Is equal to 60 into sine as it is expression. And the next problem. Light with an electric flux 18 watts per centimeter square fall on a non-reflecting surface. That means it is absorbing at a normal incidence. If the surface has an area 20 centimeter square, find the average force exerted on the surface during 30 minutes time span. 30 minutes time span. So here total energy falling, what is the formula? Energy falling, flux into area into time. So flux, energy falling flux is equal to, so 18 Weber per centimeter square into area is equal to 20 centimeter square into T is equal to 30 into 60. T is equal to 30 into 60. So how much time is given there? 30 minutes. 30 in terms of seconds means 30 into 60. So by doing calculation, it is the 18 into 20 into 30 into 60, 6.48 into 10 to the power of 5. It is the total energy fall on the surface. So flux is equal to, it is a formula, energy per area into time. It is the intensity is equal to, flux is equal to energy per area into time. Then energy is equal to, how much energy is falling on that surface is equal to, energy is equal to flux into area into time. Okay, and what is the total momentum is equal to total energy fall on by C. Already this expression is completed. Total momentum is equal to U by C. U is equal to, we are getting 6.48 into 10 to the power of 5 upon C. So it is by doing calculation we are getting. So F average is equal to P by T, change in momentum by time. Change in momentum by time. Actually momentum is equal to P by T means P and mass velocity by time. Okay, velocity by time is nothing but the rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. So F is equal to P by T, change in momentum by time. Change in momentum already we are getting. Again time 30 into 60. So by doing calculation we are getting, so 10.4. Okay, you can do 10.5. Okay, bye.